best fit for the Caribbean. Our company's 5-year plan. And I began to look up Roy Jones Jr. stats, and I said, wow, the only fighter to hold 7 world titles at the same time in 7 different divisions. It took me what it seemed like forever to get a black belt, you know? At this time, I'd like to bring up his manager, Mr. McGree. Right. All right, coach.
Thank you. We're glad to be in Miami. Glad to be here at the Newport Hotel, and everybody's been really nice. It's been a wonderful experience. We've been treated really nice. Isaac, Archie, Jackie, everybody. Also, I've been talking to Heidi a lot in the last few days. Like to thank St. Martin's Island for having this event. It's going to be an amazing event. I've never been there, but I've read and heard, and I'm sure it's a wonderful place. And Roy likes to do stuff different anyway. He likes to go places, and if it's what everybody else is doing, he don't want to do it anyway. So, and I'd like to thank Danny, and yes, this it's been 4 or 5 years in the making. We tried to do it a few years ago, and things just didn't work out. But like I said, maybe God had a different reason, different plan. And I don't know who told Danny he didn't belong in the ring with Roy or anybody else, but he's a world-class competitor, or we wouldn't be fighting. We're not, Roy don't ever look for anything easy, and Roy's the only fighter. I've dealt with fighters and stuff for years and years and years, and especially, I don't know how many MMA fans here would do that too, deal with all them, but Roy is, and I think Danny's the same way, is one of the only ones that doesn't say, well, who am I fighting? What's his name? What size shoes does he wear? What's his mama's name? They want to know every damn thing in the world about somebody. And Roy just says, oh, bring him to me. So, and we're not worried about, who it is, because we already know that no matter who it is, on that night, Roy will get the best of them. They're gonna, Danny's gonna be at his best. We're not, thinking that this is an easy fight. We're not thinking that, he's not qualified to be there. We know he's coming, and we know he's coming to win. If he didn't think he was going to win, he wouldn't have signed the contract. That's what I know about him. So, that being said, Roy, has a wonderful career. He's been, fighting now for over 20 years professionally, and he's 61 wins, 44 by knockout, and this is just another big fight. They're all big because everybody comes to fight Roy. I think that it's going to be a really good fight. This is going to be a fight where you got somebody like Danny that's out there. He's going to go broke. He's going to give it all he has, and you got Roy that's the master at it. Roy is amazing, and he still is. In his age, 46, he's still. We was in Poland. They're knocking out a guy, 28-0, 28, 29 years old. So it doesn't matter. They say he needs to stop, he needs to quit and stuff, but then they give him a 20-year-old and he beats the hell out of him. Why is he going to stop? Maybe they need to tell the other guy to stop. Also, we got Freddie Wilhite to be on a card fighting from Pensacola. And he's one of our up-and-coming guys. He's worked at Roy Senior's gym for years, since he's been about 8 years old. And he'll be almost like watching Roy a few years back. But I'm going to bring Roy up. He is 9-time world champion, 4 different weight classes, fighter of the decade, 61 wins, 8 losses, and 44 KOs. And I'm going to just let you on a little trivia. And this is for you, Danny. If you beat Roy, and that's a big if, you will be the first man to ever beat Roy that never held a world title, a major world title. Nobody else has ever, all the losses, every loss he has been to a world champion. Nobody on his record that he's lost to has not been a world champion. So, and I'll put you in the same caliber with those people. So, I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity. Here's Roy Jones Jr.
It's an honor and a pleasure for all of us to be here. Thank God for giving us all the opportunity to share this room together. Congratulations once again to China. Wonderful job. So all the little fellas fight, y'all keep that in mind. Y'all gotta go through like she do. You gotta win. You feel me? Second, I want to say happy birthday to my man Freddie. 21st birthday. A lot of people wonder why is he here. Well, he's here is just an example of what people like myself and Danny do. And the fact that, like Danny said, I like to keep my word. I promised his mama that I would take him by my side and do what I could do with him. He's been with my daddy since he was 8 years old. He just turned 21 today. That's a long time in the tank. And I made his mama a promise, so I gotta try to live up to that promise. So when I go, he gotta go. He may not be the best at the thing, but he gotta go when I go. Back to the rest of it all. I'd like to thank Heidi, thank the Minister of Tourism, thank the Councilwoman, thank everybody, Archie, the whole crew for putting this event together. As you know, I've been fighting for a long time. I think Danny has a little bit more heart than I do, I believe, because he played baseball. My friend came to school with a black eye in the 4th grade for my baseball. I said, did you hit it back? He said, no. I said, I can't play baseball. I'm not getting no black eye. I'll fight anybody. They ain't giving no black eye. But baseball, a black eye, no, not gonna happen. Show you how smart I was. They're making all kinds of money in baseball now. They're chuckling along with this fight and stuff. But it's been fun, it's been wonderful. God bless me with an opportunity, with a talent to do something exceptional, and therefore I was the first person to ever turn pro as a junior middleweight and win the heavyweight title. So I knew that God gave me a gift in this game, and I love this game. And I always like doing things different. I don't like to walk down the same beaten path. So when they said, would you like to fight in St. Maarten? Yes! Would you fight in Santiago? You know what, he don't want to fight me anyway. Yes! So I get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. As always, I love having fun. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm the most lovable guy you will ever meet. I know people may tell you I'm a great Jackie. I love Jackie to death too. And where y'all get Jackie from, Jackie is my kind of people. You know what I'm saying? So I love Jackie to death. I don't know where you got it from. So that is a heck of a woman right there. So. I love everybody. I never fought because I hated people. I fought because God gave me talent to do it, and I enjoy doing it. So since I enjoy doing it so much, I try to make sure you enjoy watching me do it. So that's why that highlight reel is so hot, because I enjoy fighting, but I want to make sure you enjoy watching me fight. And it's never to cause harm to the opponent. It's just to go out and use my skills, use my God-given talent to show how God can shine that beautiful light through me. You understand me? So I never mean to cause harm to anybody. But the of it is, we are fighting. So you gotta do what you gotta do when it comes fight time. You understand me? Make no mistake about it. I know I have a very vulnerable opponent here who I am looking very forward to seeing, because I knew he didn't want to fight me his whole career. Because if you want to be the best, you eyeball the best. That's right. And for a long time, I still think now, the best was Roy Jones Jr. So I know if he was like heavyweight, he had to be eyeballing. I want him because he wanted the best. You understand me? So I mean, that's just common sense to me. My granddad did tell me, don't be careful, Jasper.
Before we get into the Q&A, we're going to say happy birthday to him.
Today is this baby's birthday. So, happy birthday, Frederick.
Oh, God! Before we get into the Q&A from the media, from the crowd, I want to mention just a few people that were involved in this whole process of putting this together. Where's Ms. Shantae Broadus? Is she here? Where is she? Stand up. Come before the people. and Sister Jackie, and all that you have received. I want to say thank you so much, Shante, for putting this together for me. Okay? The next person I would like the audience to recognize, my fiance, Tanisha. St. Maarten, so maybe this fight will help. She is releasing me to go to St. Maarten on business and put this fight together. But the last person actually put probably 95% of this event together from her phone. It was just amazing. I'm not going to ask her to say, yeah, I should ask her to say something, but I'm not going to do it. God sent what we needed in our company as a director to put everything together and coordinate, and she's graceful doing it. I'm just upset that Roy got a fishing pole and I don't. You know? But you're right. Put your hands together for Jacqueline Carter. Very, very lovely background in banking and private lending and international business. And when I begin to release the vision for international championship boxing in the Caribbean, initiating with St. Maarten, she said, no problem, we got it covered. Okay? And I want to say thank you for everything you've done for my company and Jones Jr. versus Dan Santiago. Give her a hand. Kurt here from Fight News, and I'm going to open him up for the first question.
Hey, Roy, I mean, you got an extensive schedule already coming up with fights. I mean, how big is it? What are you looking for? Are you looking to go for a cruiserweight world title eventually? And what do you think of Danny Santiago as far as a fighter?
I always thought highly of Danny as a fighter. I always loved watching him fight. Knows he's a very respectable guy in the game. I do want to fight for a legitimate world cruiserweight title again before I retire. However, you can't look past nobody, so you got to always be prepared for whatever comes your way. With that being said, I enjoy the game. I love the game. Much like him, we both teach the game, and sometimes to teach them, you got to lead by example. It's the best way. So while I still can, I love leading by example.
And Danny, what are your thoughts on the fight as far as fighting Roy again? And you being a former title challenger. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, it'll sound like a broken record, but if you're going to be the best, or you want to try to, you want to try to beat the best, and as far as I remember, I've always stood up at night watching his fights late on HBO, and we're not that far in difference in age and stuff, but when I started off in this game, I just watched him all the time, and I said to myself, I'm going to get there someday. Maybe I got to go through him or whatever I got to do. I got to get there, and I don't want to take a shortcut or nothing. I don't want to take the easy route at anything. Like I said, we're both, men of God and stuff like that. And I believe God gave me a gift, and I want to show everybody how good I am. Not that everybody doubts me, just that some days, the fact still remains. Like I said, he's won 2 world titles in every weight class and in every division he's ever fought in. Right now we're both cruiserweights. We're doing what we have to do. We're trying to put food on the table. We're trying to do the things we got to do in life. But at the end of the day, personally for me, it's funny. I saw him in Orlando at the Cotto fight. At ringside. We had like a little conversation and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, listen, man. You're a family man. I'm a family man. We're getting along a little long in the tooth now. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be nice to close this chapter of our lives, at least in my life. For us, go out there and do what I consider to be unfinished business. I know that first time around that we were supposed to fight each other, it wasn't his doing. It's just business. He had other opportunities, things come up, and I don't blame him personally for it. But my heart was broken, and I had, I had every intention to go up there and do what I had to do. Now, the 5 years later, I'm still the same age, younger than he is, or he's still a little bit older than I am. And here I am, fulfilling what I believe to be my dream. He made a joke, be careful what you ask for, but I want it. I want it all. I'll take whatever. Because when I sit down and do something, I take the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm prepared for anything. And people ask me, how do I feel when I walk into the ring? To me, the ring is the most honest place in the world, because when I look across that ring, I know what that person's thinking about doing. Out here, while I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I really don't know if you think I'm full of it or not, because I don't really know what your intentions are. At least I know when I look across that ring, and Roy's at the other side of that ring, I know what his intentions are. And after we go in there and beat each other side of the head and stuff like that, you know, the first thing that most fighters do, 99% of the fighters do, they find respect for each other, and they go and hug each other, because we put ourselves in a near-death situation. And we gave each other everything that we have, and everything was said and done. When no matter whose hand is up, raised up in the air, we gave each other exactly everything that we have. So we respect each other. So when I get into that ring, I've always respected Roy for everything that he's done. I don't envy him. I don't envy anybody else. I don't want what anybody else has. I just want what I deserve. This is my opportunity on August 29th, and I believe I deserve it, and I got it now. Yeah.
I'm going to open the panel for any questions from our illustrious delegates from St. Martin. Questions to the fighters?
Well, questions I don't have. What I have is gratitude that I want to show to both of you for saying yes when you were offered the opportunity to come to St. Martin, and give the best, as I know that you will, of what you have. You are, by doing so, putting St. Martin on the spotlight. It is our task to promote tourism, and you are giving a helping hand in doing so. And as such, we are very, very much appreciated of that fact. And we wish you all the best. And by all means, St. Martin will do everything to make it not only that aspect of the boxing where you have to be disciplined, but after the boxing match, we will celebrate and we will show you the best St. Martin has to offer to you.
I'm not trying to hog up the media time here, you know. But when we were gonna fight the first time, I went to Pensacola and I was amazed. Pensacola is beautiful, just so y'all know. You got pelicans everywhere. I mean, I was like, holy smoke! I was like, you know, National Geographic. Right? I'm from the Bronx. We saw pigeons, you know. And I remember when I first came to Florida, I seen like, you know, turkeys and stuff, but I never really seen a pelican before. So when I saw some pelicans over there right in downtown, they were everywhere. It's like they released the whole zoo there, right? But look at this, man. Not only did we get to do it 5 years later, but me and Roy are going to St. Martin to go do this, man. How beautiful was that?
Vic Wallace from Left Hook Lounge. The floor is open.
First, yes. Yeah, question for Roy Jones. Roy, Left Hook Lounge Radio, we do talk to a lot of fight fans from time to time. One of the things I was asked to ask you this evening was, when we look at this era of boxing, we look at the Floyd Mayweathers, it's a different type of athlete in this era. Once upon a time, you were in that role, and you're on the other side now, where you have the maturity and an understanding for that brash type personality. Can you talk a little bit on the mentality that it takes to be a warrior, but also to the understanding for like taming that as you mature in the need for that with some of the young Adrian Broners of the world, etc.?
Well, the biggest problem is that you have to learn a different profession. And a profession doesn't perform off the court or off the field or out of the ring.